Today's Daily Boost is brought to you by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. I have been a customer for 4 years, right at that right now. And I think it's time that you eat like I do, which is really good. Go to HelloFresh.com/DailyBoost90 and use the code DailyBoost90. When you do, you will get $90 off, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/DailyBoost90, promo code DailyBoost90. Here it comes. The holiday season. Very near, even in a COVID year, right? Now, probably the best thing I can say about it this year is that usually we have to get a different mindset about family that comes to it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Family comes, things are a little bit different. This year, maybe not. Maybe a little bit different. Maybe be a little bit more from a distance. More Zoom Christmases and Zoom Halloweens and Zoom Hanukkahs. Who knows? God forbid, but that could be the case, huh? It is the Daily Boost from MotivationToMove.com. Life begins when you move, period. When you decide you want to do something, that's when it all begins. Even a little thought pops in your head. You know you only got 3 choices. You can do it, you can not do it, or you can drive yourself crazy until you give it up or do it. One or the other, right? You're right back where you started. That's how it is. Stand up, take a step for feet. You'll get what you want as long as you do that. And yeah, is it going to be easy or is it going to be a direct path? Are you going to take the most direct route to get there? Maybe. Maybe not. It may be meandering path. The more direct, the better, obviously. But sometimes it takes a little time. Well, Scott, why does it take time? Well, sometimes you set off, say you're 25 or 30 or even 45 or 50 years old. Something you've never done before, but you've always wanted to do. Here I go. I'm going to jump in and going to do it. I studied. I'm ready to go. But here's the only problem. You haven't done it before, have you? So if you haven't actually, walked in those shoes, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. But when you do, you start to get that experience. You get that wisdom. You understand how the game works. And success is inevitable when you do that. Hey, it's me, Scott. Good to have you here today. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Can't believe we are in November and just rolling through. It's a crazy world, but it always has been. And all we can really do is kind of get our mindset right, decide what's good for us, for our family, for the world around us, do the best we can do. And that's all we can do. Be a good person. We'll talk a little bit about that today. I love this time of year like a lot of folks do. But for me, it's because I've been doing this show for so long. Almost a total of 14 years now. And I've got people still listening today who started out of college and then they met somebody, got married, and then they bought a house and they got a career. Now they have a couple of kids, teenagers. It's really crazy what's going on. But one thing I do know, it's that every single day paying attention to where you're heading. It's having the goals, having your values. It's knowing what drives you and then the ability to stick with it every single day. That's why the show exists. That's why we do it every single day. The Daily Boost Premium is 5 days a week. Commercial free. The Daily Nugget, I send it to you. It's the written version of this podcast, the Daily Click, everything designed to pick you up when you're maybe feeling a little down, to give you an idea when you need an idea, to push you forward when you need a push. If you could use that, go to MotivationToMove.com and join me there. I'd love to have you. Our sponsor today is one of the great success stories of me and my wife, because 4 years ago, we made a very tasty decision. When it came to dinner, we became customers of HelloFresh. And ever since, we have been getting fresh, pre-measured ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to our door. A lot of people say, Scott, why do you stick with it? Well, one, meal planning and cooking takes effort. Now, my wife does all that stuff. She enjoys it, but still, it takes a lot of effort. Easy to follow recipes and removing meal planning and grocery store trips, it makes your day easier. The box shows up, you open, you make your meal. And a lot of people ask about the cost. HelloFresh saves you 40% versus the grocery store. By skipping those trips, by the way, and using HelloFresh, you're reducing your food waste, the stuff you throw away every couple of months in the fridge, by 25%. Really saves a lot of money. HelloFresh has more than 20 tasty options every single week. There's always something for you, for everybody. There's something new coming. You can change your delivery days, your meal preferences, whatever you want, whenever you want to, using the app. So here's what you do. I want you to try HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com/DailyBoost90 and use the promo code DailyBoost90 to get $90 off, including free shipping. That's $90 off, including free shipping at HelloFresh.com, DailyBoost90. Use the promo code DailyBoost90. Okay. Gratitude. This is something that comes up a lot this time of year. It's a very spiritual kind of year. Depending on how you want to define spiritualism, a lot of folks go religious this time of year. You may not. It's okay wherever you go. A lot of folks live with gratitude every single day. Some of the busiest people I work with, that's something they come to and they go, one day they go, I need to have more gratitude. I got a lot going on in my world. I need to do that. And it often arrives this time of year. So I always like to talk about, of course, Thanksgiving is coming, being thankful, part of gratitude there, right? Of course, Christmas and all these things, however you choose to do it, it's coming. But we are approaching that time of the year for sure. And it is that time when you may find your mindset just kind of naturally going that way. If not, it's a good time of the year to kind of think that way, kind of move in that direction, celebrate in whatever way you see fit. Later on this week, we're talking about, focusing on yourself. I think that's part of focusing on yourself, deciding to do that. This year more than ever. It's been a wild ride, no doubt about that. What do you want for Christmas? Not 2020, for sure. Well, simply put, gratitude is what? You ever thought about it? Now, sometimes I'll do this, and it's kind of odd, and it's just my curiosity. Sometimes I've been around a while, done a lot for a long time, and every now and then I'll say, what does that mean anyway? Now, I kind of know what it means. You go through your day knowing what things mean, right? There's probably a million things that you just have been doing forever, and you know what it means. But you ever stop sometimes and just go, let me double check, or let me just remind myself, let me dig back in. It's like reading a book you love or watching a movie you love. The movie Roadhouse doesn't come in, although it's fun. Only seen it about 50 times, but other kind of movies. What is gratitude? Well, simply put, gratitude is the state of being grateful. It's true, but it's a two-way street. And this is why I always like people to think a little bit deeper, because most people will come to me and they I need to feel more gratitude. Yes, that's part of it, but there's two ways to this. Number one, when you are appreciative of what you've received, you have gratitude. That's the only way that you can expect to get more of what you want. Oh, I've said it so many times before. If you bring your child a toy or candy or whatever you're giving your child, they go break it or they throw it away or give you disrespect when you give them something nice, are you going to think twice about giving that child something else? Yeah, maybe you won't. The universe, I think, kind of thinks the same way. God, whatever you want to call it. The universe thinks that way. If you're not appreciating what you've been given, then why would you get anything more? Does it mean you have to keep it? No, but I believe that you got to be appreciative of whatever lesson, whatever thing has come your way. When you can do that, then more can come your way. All for the asking, by the way. Law of attraction there kind of thing, right? Now, if you appreciate what you've had, even if you're really not wanting to keep it around much longer, just say, okay, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now let's do a little better. So being appreciative for what you have received is a big part of gratitude. But I said it was a two-way street, didn't I? I did. I'm going to remember. I have notes too. When you express gratitude for what you have received, when you express gratitude, not just being appreciative for it, but you express it to others, you're living in a grateful state. The only way others will know how you feel is to tell them, right? Some people talk to the big guy, the big girl, but I don't have to say it out loud, do I? No, you don't have to. You're expressing how you feel. But all these little human beings walking around the world that are doing good things for you, pretty amazing if you say something. Sometimes expressing is just saying thank you. It's amazing those two little words. I actually wrote an email a long time ago, probably 20 years ago, and the email was out to my clients. And I wrote this email. It said, I just want to say the two words that nobody ever says, or it doesn't say enough of, I think is what I said back then. I said, thank you. And then I wrote a little sentence or two, not much, about why I'm thankful. I have to tell you, I got so much response out of that. And usually the response was, I've never seen anybody do that before. So when you're appreciative for what you have received, and then when you express your gratitude for what you have received, you're living in that grateful state. Kind of a cool place to be, isn't it? Receiving and expressing gratitude. So people say, Scott, how do I do that? Give me a tip. Give me an idea. I'm not a tip collector, but I think sometimes you can take a tip and put it on your desk and sort it out at the end of the day, take the one you like. Don't try to do everything you learn every single day. That'll drive you crazy. People have tried to do that. There's just too much. You don't need much, just some basics done right. Gratitude, very much a basic. So receiving and expressing gratitude, well, it just requires very few words, doesn't it? You could even say to yourself, I really appreciate what I got. And I just told you those two words you can say to anybody else. It's thank you. And when you do it, when you live in that state of mind, when you have a little practice doesn't make perfect. I practice things all the time and still mess up. Listen to a podcast. But practice does make permanent. That's why I've been around 15 years. When you practice gratitude, few words to really make it work, but even less thought to make it work. Why? Because it lives within you. Is that what that feeling is? Whoa, it's in me already. Install. Yeah, you were born with. Just kind of put right in here, right there. I know. Okay, it's just you got the deluxe version when you were born. Gratitude shoved right in you. Maybe you didn't not quite how to use it, or maybe you bumped into a few people over the years, made it kind of hard to use it. Maybe you did use it, it got thrown back at you, but it doesn't matter. It's still there. There's no better way to make your day better than living with gratitude in your heart, especially when you make sure the world knows it. I have to remember that sometimes. People get busy, they get on the phone, they start sending emails and text messages. Can you emoji your way out of something you said? Can you express gratitude with an emoji? Yes, you can. I'm sure they have a gratitude emoji out there. I don't know where it is. There's 5,000 emojis on my iPhone. My thumbs are too big. I can't find it. Hey, tomorrow, are you a founder? Did you start your company? Are you the one in charge of running your company? Maybe a sales manager, manager of the department, something like that. You're a founder. Do you think like a founder, or do you think like an employee? You can't be part of the tribe and lead the tribe. You can, but it's a little bit different. You have that different attitude. Talk about that tomorrow. Focusing on yourself on Thursday, Friday show, do less, live more. That's how you do it. It's not do more, live more. No, it's do less and live more. I promise you. I'll talk you into it on Friday if you come back.